Hey guys, I wanted to do a quick experiment to see if I can use the new Photoshop Beta AI generator and see how to use it in Maya, maybe as a seamless texture of some sort. So let's just have fun and just take a quick look. Alright, so here I am inside Adobe Photoshop Beta, and you can, if you have the Adobe subscription, you can download their beta as well. And for now I just created a new file. So this is a blank document with 2K in width and height. And I just want to see if I can generate some kind of a seamless tileable texture and see how does that work. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say select all. So I'm going to select this entire document. And then I'm going to create a I guess I don't have to. I'm just going to go into this box and I'm going to say generate. And let's go ahead and type something in. So I'm going to say, let's see, I'm going to say seamless. And I'm going to say grass texture. Many times there's always a use for some kind of a environment texture that's seamless. And let's see if Photoshop AI can generate that for us. So I'm going to say generate and see what happens. Alright, so this is nice. It's giving me 3 different options. I have this one, I have this one, and this one. And honestly, I think this is pretty good. I'm going to try this. So let's go ahead and plug this in. So let's go with the third one, for example. And I'm just going to export this out as a PNG file. Alright, so I just called mine texture test PNG. I'm going to jump back into Maya. Alright, so here I am in Maya. Let's go ahead and just go into our poly modeling shelf and just drag out a plane. And this is going to be our grass plane, right? And I'm going to turn off my grid. And another thing I can do is maybe, let's go ahead and turn up the subdivisions to maybe something like 25 in case we want to deform the ground, right? So we have something like this. I don't want to do anything fancy yet, so I'm not going to do Arnold materials or anything. Let's just do a test. So I'm just going to do a simple Lambert material. I'm just going to apply a Lambert material. Let's turn up the color and let's go ahead and find the PNG that we just exported from Photoshop. Alright, so here's mine, texture test.png. Once I select it, the next thing that I need to do is turn this button on, which allows me to see the textures. And you can see what that looks like. Alright, so another thing I can do is maybe, I don't have any lights in the scene. So another thing I can do is, obviously in my attribute editor, I can go to this next tab over. And right now the repeat UV is obviously 1:1, right? So let's go ahead and change this to maybe something like 5 and see what that looks like. I think that looks pretty good. Another thing that I can do is maybe I'm going to right click and go to face mode, select one of the faces. If you press B, soft select will be turned on. If you hold B and drag, you can see that there's a soft selection radius that is created. So maybe let's do something like this. Then you can press W and you can move this up. And let's just go ahead and just maybe make a couple uneven surfaces just to see what our tileable seamless texture looks like. So here's one example of it. We can also, of course, drop a light in. So let's do create lights. And let's do something like a directional light. I'm going to drag this up, and of course I can also increase the size of it so I can see it a little better. Let's turn the lights on and see what that looks like. Very nice. If we wanted to, we can duplicate it. I can do Control D and maybe do another light coming from a different direction. And I can even turn the intensity. Just create something interesting. Alright, so this is looking pretty awesome as far as the free, quick AI generated texture goes. in Maya. Let's do one more or a couple more. I'm gonna jump back into Photoshop. All right, so instead of this one, let's do another one. Let's do something. Let's do like a stone. So seamless. I'm gonna do, instead of grass, I'll type in old stone texture. So let's generate that and see what that looks like. Oh, this is interesting. So it's giving me bricks. I don't want bricks, but I do like this one. This is pretty cool. Let's do generate again. I'm gonna press generate one more time and just see if I get more variations. All right, so this is interesting. I kind of like, let's try maybe this one here, and let's see what that looks like. So I'm gonna export this out. Again, I'm just gonna overwrite my other one. And in Maya, because I overwrote the other file, it has exactly the same name. So I can just right click on my grass here, go to my color tab here, and let's go ahead and go to the file and just simply do, if you want to keep trying different ones, you can pin this so you won't lose this in the attribute editor, this tab. And then let's do a reload. And here's the stone. So if we like this, that's great. We can also, of course, control the repeat value. Maybe this is a little better. I think it's pretty great. This is a really cool workflow to generate things for like walls and ground and things of that nature. Let's do one more and see if we can create something more stylized. All right, so maybe let's just do one more. I'm gonna do something like seamless metal floor tiles sci-fi texture. Let's do generate. All right, so these are the patterns I'm given. Let's go with this one and see what that looks like. And just do a reload. Very cool. I can come here and let's change this to maybe, let's do 10 by 10 maybe. And as you can see, a really interesting, clever way to generate textures very quickly and just play around and see what works for you. All right, so thanks for joining me in this video, and I'll see you in the next one.